All right, my friends, welcome back. Sarah and I were continuing a little bit of that conversation, but I want to get now into the overview about how I was really surprised that I ran across Marian scholars wanting to have a third type of category um, with Fatima. Um, I have studied quite a bit of the Marian apparitions, and this is kind of the first that I know of that it kind of came up.
Yeah.
Skeleton overview of Fatima. Our Lady prepares her encounters with the children by sending the angel of peace 3 times as preparation. She just doesn't come in unannounced, as our Lord often doesn't with us, right? He has a task for each one of us, but he prepares us with the skills we need, the people we need to know, whatever. Our Lady does the same thing as well. So the angel of peace is going to visit 3 times in preparation. We'll go through that. We're going to go through them with pretty much of a fine-tooth comb. So this is just general. Then there will be 6 apparitions of our mother, the Mother of God, to Lucia, Francesca, and Jacinta. Then there is, if you will, a 3rd set of apparitions of the Mother of God to Lucia at Pontevedra, to Lucia at Tui in Spain. And then I think it's important just because Benedict XVI made this comment about Our Lady in Akito, Japan, as kind of a backup policy, an insurance policy, if you will, if you needed it. And that's going to round out the Fatima experience. The angels, the Mother of God, and then apparitions to Sister some of the apparitions of Our Lady are before she is even a postulant, but some aren't going to after she's fully professed. The children are living in a peaceful country, and the angel comes. He's described as a crystal figure teenage boy, whiter than snow, according to Sister Lucia's memoirs. And of course, we remember that we defined the word angel as messenger. Spring of 1916. Do not be afraid are the first words. I am an angel of peace. He invites the children to pray with him. The posture of the angel kneels down with his forehead touching the ground, a Muslim orientation. So back to that, Fatima and Muhammad. So we, of course, and Father Apostole points this out. Reverence, not necessarily posture is the point. So some of you may not have the physicality to get in these positions. It's reverence in our heart. The messenger prepare. So the message is prepare, repair, convert. And the angel gives a pardon prayer, which is very simple. And I think simplicity is a definite thread running through all of the encounters that we'll see. My God, I believe, I adore, I hope, and I love you. I ask pardon of you for those who do not believe, do not adore, do not hope, and do not love you. The angel prayed these words 3 times and assured the children that Jesus and Mary hears them. Praying for sinners is, and so simplicity is one. Another theme is praying for sinners is that another thread that runs through the Fatima message. And because Our Lady herself is going to restate this message August 19th, 1917. And the children felt an intense experience of the supernatural, yet over time they would need a reminder. So they're full of the excitement of being, in the presence of an angel and all this, but then they go back to their lives, they tend their sheep, and they kind of forget, right?
Well, and also, I mean, I think that I had read somewhere, I don't remember exactly where, but that, it was almost an interior, maybe it was Sister Lucia who said it was almost an interior movement that warned them away from telling anyone about these angels. That they really felt that this was not to be shared, that this was something that was being given to them personally to be praying. And, so they did begin, immediately making little acts of reparation. They would give their lunches to the sheep. They would, then give their lunches to the school children. And maybe therein lies, some of the motivation of Francesco, right? A motivation to turn the other cheek, which could have been motivated from this. But by the same token, I think that Sister Lucia is correct that injustice is never what Christ calls any human person to suffer, right? So
that's correct. That is correct. And yes, they had that interior sense of not to share. And if we recall, one of the key points from Thomas Kempis in Imitation of Christ, he clearly says, keep your spiritual habits or gifts or whatever to yourself,
right.
Within certain boundaries, and you can avail yourself of those boundaries. But, going chatting about mystical experiences, I think silence is a good way to go.
Mm-hmm.
So the summer of 1916, during the siesta hour, the angel of peace appears again and gently rebukes the children. And you go, okay, so let's read it and then we can reflect. What are you doing? They're little children. What are they doing? And then the angel says, pray very much. The hearts of Jesus and Mary have designs of mercy on you. Offer prayers and sacrifices constantly to the Most High. And we call it the repair angel, reparation, the reparation angel mask. And I say, the Lord has a high standard for us. And I think that there's a real tendency for us to, right, what are you doing? Well, they're little children that taking their rest. It's a siesta hour. It's hot.
Right.
Yes. Our Lord knows that, right? Yeah. And then he expects them to be praying very much. And these are the little children. So I go, as adults.
Yes.
Right? I think we like to lessen the others so that we don't have to have such a
burden for ourselves.
A burden for ourselves, yes. The children's spiritual growth advances quickly. They pray very much. They're making sacrifices. And they're trying to make everything an act of reparation for the sins by which he's offended. So that was the angel of peace, angel of reparation. Now we have the angel of Portugal. So countries can have angels if you have a certain task, a certain commission, like when Ratzinger, Cardinal was assigned an angel and then elevated to that of the Pope. He had an angel over his papacy, that sort of thing. So Lucia asks how to make sacrifices. And the angel replies, make of everything you can a sacrifice and offer it to God as an act of reparation for the sins by which he is offended and in supplication or intercession for the conversion of sinners. You will thus draw down peace upon your country. I am its angel guardian, the angel of Portugal. Above all, accept and bear with submission the suffering which the Lord will send you. So the fruit was, so he says to sacrifice with the idea of reparation and intercession for sinners, and the fruit will be peace upon your country. If the children do those things, that's how they're going to get peace upon their country.
It's incredible. I mean, 3 little children. I mean, our Lord always works through David and never through Goliath.
That's right. And it's simple. It's simple. And yet, I don't think it's what perhaps Benedict XV had in his mind.
Oh, I'm sure not.
Augustine will define peace as tranquility of order. Sacrifice, love of God and neighbor. Oh, oh, yeah, let's finish this off. Then we'll go to the third apparition. Sacrifice, love of God and neighbor, repair offense of others, universal mortification. We should bear our sufferings humbly with heroic patience. And through the obedience, you can draw peace down your country and ours. All right. All right, my friends, we're going to stop there and we're going to pick up with the third apparition of the angel of Portugal. Till then, Fides et Ratio.